Hi, I'm Al Berg, Head of Security and Risk Management for Liquided Holdings Inc., and a proud premium member of New York Metro InfraGuard. Over the past few weeks, I've been playing around with the Metasploit framework, an open source software program which automates the process of using exploits to compromise systems. Metasploit is a great tool for penetration testers, as well as an excellent way to get familiar with the tools and tricks used by the bad guys. My recent experiments with Metasploit have been focused on malware. One of the modules in the toolkit allows the user to create backdoored executable files, which, when run on the targeted host, connect back to the attacker machine and provide access to the now compromised system. I found that it was pretty darn easy to create one of these booby-trapped executables piggybacked onto an innocuous program. Of course, when I tried to copy my new creation to a system running one of the major antivirus programs, the appropriate alarms were set off and the system prevented me from installing my malware. End of story, right? Wrong. Metasploit also includes tools which allow the user to encode the malware payloads they create to protect them from the prying eyes of antivirus software. There are a number of encoding techniques to choose from, including one called shikata-ga-nai, which is Japanese for nothing can be done. Once encoded with shikata-ga-nai, my amateur attempt at malware became a whole lot more interesting. I was able to install it on systems protected with one of the major antivirus products in use at many large organizations. Once installed, I had full access to the file system of the compromised computer and could take screenshots and record audio, video, and keystrokes from the system with nary a peep from the protective AV software. I have to admit, this freaked me out a bit. I didn't have to write a single line of code to do this. I simply used the evil erector set parts provided by Metasploit. The antivirus I used for testing was up to date and correctly configured. At first, I thought I had found a weakness in the specific antivirus package I was testing with. To see if this theory was correct, I uploaded my TinkerToy malware to a site called virustotal.com. VirusTotal takes the files you upload to it and runs them through 45 different antivirus programs and reports on the results. The executable I generated from Metasploit was detected by only 19 out of the 45 scanners. The scanners which failed to detect the malware included some of the biggest names in the business. So what does this tell us? First of all, it doesn't take a genius to build effective malware. While I like to think of myself as pretty technical, I have no digital clocks flashing midnight in my house, I can't code my way out of a paper bag. The people who create malware for a living have many more tricks up their sleeves and can and do create much more stealthy malware than I ever could. Second of all, while antivirus software provides protection against much of the run-of-the-mill malware your users will encounter, if an attacker is specifically targeting your organization, they'll probably whip up something custom which will slip by your AV scanners. So while you still need to keep those signatures up to date, don't fool yourself into thinking that a well-managed antivirus install is a panacea. Which brings us to our third conclusion, that people continue to be the biggest potential weak link in our organization's defenses. Malware attacks depend on momentary human failure for success. Whether it's enticing a user to download an e-card from a friend or to click on a link which takes them to a so-called drive-by download site which will compromise their system, these attacks work when users are too trusting and let their guard down for just a second. As security professionals, we need to test and educate our users. Only by demonstrating to them how easy it is to make a mistake which could open up the organization to systems compromise can we hope to get them to think before they click or download something nasty. Next week, I'll talk about how I conducted just such a test in my organization at very little cost and with very little effort, and how you can do the same. You can find a transcript of this video along with some additional links and resources on my blog, www.paranoidpros.com. Thanks.